Hello, Mason Comet sports fans, and welcome to Princeton High School for the district final matchup between Little Miami and the Mason Comets. Today, I'm Addison Lenhart, joined by my partner Evan Amazon. We got a great game ahead of us. Two aces on the mound, Michael Murphy for the Comets, Dakota Merlisena for Little Miami. Little Miami on a bit of a run here. Evan have pulled a couple upsets, including GMC rival of the Comets, Lakota East, to get here.
Yeah, super impressive win for them. Not only did they just beat Lakota East, being the 20 seed, Lakota East, of course, being the 4th, they won 9-0. They shut them out. They just got to win against Lebanon to get to these district finals today. So, although many people might think this would be an easy game for the Comets, considering if you look at the seeds, Little Miami is certainly better than that 20 seed they're looking at. Comets coming on the year at 23-5. They won 15 in a row. They lost to Princeton 4-0, who's last in the GMC. They really turned it around since then.
Absolutely, on a 15-game winning streak currently. The Comets are absolutely on fire as we take a look at the Little Miami Panthers lineup. Leading off for Little Miami is going to be Stewart, the second baseman, and he takes a big swing and miss, and Michael Murphy is off to a good start. Murphy coming in to this game leading the Comets in wins, as that pitch is inside for ball one.
Yeah, Murphy also first in the GMC in wins with 7 on the year.
The 1-1 outside.
He's been one of the biggest kind of under the radar players on this team. He certainly produced. We expected it. His pitching, it's been dominant all year, but his hitting is also kind of surprised some people. He's had a very nice year at the plate, kind of consistently hitting 5th this Comets team.
Breaking ball from Murphy in there for strike 2, and the count's even. Mason, the 5 seed, a mid-season run propelled them to a share of the GMC title.
Only team left in the GMC in the tournament, Little Miami. The only team left in the ECC is still in the tournament.
On the ground, over to the third baseman, Ben Stewart. He rifles it over to the talented freshman Jake Hanley, and the Comets are off to a good start.
Next up, number 27,
good start by
Murphy.
Murphy. And it's good for him on Tuesday against Harrison in that 3-1 win. Brendan Gruel pitched 6 innings for the Comets. Murphy came in the 7th and pitched well, so kind of carrying that momentum into a start tonight.
That'll bring in Oscar Welsh for Little Miami. .346 batting average on the season for the junior. On the ground to the right side, Drew Cox over to take care of business. 2 up, 2 down for Michael Murphy.
Really good start for Murphy so far. Getting a couple easy outs. He keeps his pitch count down too. It's one of the things he's done all year. It's allowed him to go a lot of innings and kind of propelled him to his 7 wins. He does not throw many pitches, rarely gets into jams, and he's been one of the best pitchers in the GMC this year, only a sophomore.
That first pitch is taken for a ball by Horak.
Yeah, Horak, 24 RBIs, leads this Panthers team.
The 1-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. Horak hitting .361 in the 3-hole of this Panthers lineup, as Murphy is going to get ahead in the count with a breaking ball.
Murphy just really controlling the inning. He's gotten ahead on all 3 of these hitters for the Panthers. Really a picture-perfect start so far for him. Let's see if he can get out of it.
Little Miami just a 20 seed coming into this game, but we talked about it earlier, how good they have looked. Not just beating teams to get here, but dominating them. A win over their conference rival, Lebanon, got them to this district championship game. The 1-2 pitch from Murphy. Breaking ball, chopped in the air. Stewart waits patiently, rifles it over to Hanley. A picture-perfect inning for the sophomore Michael Murphy. We will head to a quick break and be back with the bottom of the first inning as the Comets hold the Panthers scoreless.
It's like Steve Seashore.
Coming into play for the Comets.
Welcome back to Princeton
Number
High
3,
School. If you're just
Max
joining us, the Comets
Johnson.
made quick work of the Panthers in the top half of this inning. Michael Murphy with a 3-up, 3-down inning to begin things for the Comets, as Max Johnson, the Indiana baseball commit, will step in to face Dakota Merlisena, the senior, and the ace on this Panther pitching staff.
Yeah, Johnson, I believe, needs one more run to break the single-season run record this year for the Comets, and he's done that by getting on base frequently. One of the best leadoff hitters, of course, the IU commit, like you mentioned.
Breaking ball in the outside corner. Merlisena just floats that one.
He's hitting 329, which is a good average, but an OBP of 536. So it shows pitchers do not want to give him stuff to hit. A lot of walks for Johnson.
Outside, ball 2. And Johnson has played all 3 years of his high school baseball career on this Mason varsity baseball team. He's got the most experience on this squad. As he rips that one into right center field, that is down. Johnson will turn it first. Bobbled in center field. Johnson will head back to first, and the Comets have a base runner.
Hanley.
Of course, Lakota East against Merlisena only managed to get one hit the entire game, so a good start for the Comets. As now the freshman superstar Jake Hanley will step in.
And Jake Hanley, can't really say enough good stuff about him. As a freshman, leads this team in RBIs with 25, tied with Brendan Grula, the cleanup hitter.
Hanley takes the breaking ball for strike 1. Merlisena with that sidearm release, just floating that breaking ball in there.
And also goes his 405 average as a freshman. And he's going to be an absolute monster for this team.
As he pokes that one over in foul ground, it will get out of play. Merlisena gets the sign. Johnson leading off first. So he'll take a throw over. 0-2 the count to the freshman Hanley.
And Max Johnson, also a threat on the base paths, leads this team with 16 on the year.
Hanley outside. Ball 1. 1-2 the count now with Johnson on first. Swing and a miss. Merlisena was strikeout number 1, and Hanley not able to advance the runner there.
Next up, number 12.
And he'll turn it over
Stewart.
to the third baseman, Ben Stewart.
Yeah, with Merlisena, he's not one of those guys who's going to blow you away with crazy velocity. It's just that different kind of sidearm motion is just not something you see in high school baseball.
Merlisano with a 1.9 ERA coming into this game. Johnson is off to the races, and he hits Ben Stewart in the back. So the Comets now first and second for their cleanup hitter, Brendan Garula, who's as hot at the plate as anyone on this Comets team. In that game on Tuesday against Harrison, he was the run support with a 3-run home run in the first inning. Similar situation here with Johnson on second and Stewart on first.
And not only was he the run support in that, he was decent on the mound, 6 innings, 14 strikeouts, 1 earned run, so super valuable to this team. Great hitter, great pitcher, obviously. It really does it all for the squad.
The importance of Brendan Garula to this team cannot be overstated as he takes ball 1. Garula waiting on that one. It's popped to the right side, and it's going to get out of play. 1-2 the count.
Wonder if Merlisano will try to pitch Garula down here, trying to get that double play, get him out of the first.
One-two the count to Garula. 1 down in the bottom of the first. Merlisano went with the fastball there. Garula wasn't biting, and the count is 2-2. That ball is lifted high to center field. Coming in and making the catch with ease there. That's Horak in center. 2 down.
Yeah, unfortunately for Garula, he got decent contact there, just got a little under it. Hit that a little bit harder. Johnson might have been able to go to third on the sac fly. Now here's the breakout star, Michael Murphy, pitching today for the Comets, trying to give himself a little run support here in the bottom of the first.
A two-way star for the Comets, much like Garula. He's been huge on the mound, and he pops that one foul. He's been one of the best pitchers on this Comet pitching staff all season, and he's hitting in the middle of this lineup. He didn't start there at the beginning of the season, but he's carved himself a role in that 5-hole for the Comets. Mulnar on deck. And that's lined into left field. That's a base hit. Johnson is to third. It's bobbled. He's going to try and score. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's not in time, and the Comets are on the board quickly. 1-0 to score. Michael Murphy coming through once again.
Next up, number 23.
What a great job by Murphy. He didn't try to do too much. Wasn't trying to hit a homer there. Just had a nice solid swing. Out to left field, a little bit of a bobble by Welsh in left field for the Panthers. And that just leads to a Comets run. Just playing a little small ball here and getting the lead early.
That ball is taken for strike 1 by Michael Mulnar. Too far outside. The count's even at 1-1.
I'm not going to take any credit for that, but when I was doing PA, I actually got to pick Michael Murphy's walk-up song. He said he didn't care, and that's kind of, I picked this song. He started kind of going on a tear offensively.
Left field and deep, Michael Mulnar. That one is up against the wall. Murphy is to third. He's being waved home. Mulnar heading for third. It's a 2-run triple. 3-0 Comets. Michael Mulnar with his breakthrough moment.
How about the 3-sport athlete there, getting it done for the Comets. All these runs with 2 outs. Both the Michaels, Murphy and Mulnar, driving in runs, making this game 3-0, and already this is one that the Comets wanted to get out early. They wanted to get to a good lead. Calm down Murphy a little bit on the mound. This is one that they kind of expected to blow out Little Miami, and that's exactly what they're doing so far. What a start here. Now Orlando steps in. He got off to a little bit of a slow start this year. He's really been coming around as of late. So let's see if he can drive Mulnar home from third. try to extend the lead to 4 runs.
Big time play there from the junior Michael Mulnar, who got off to a bit of a slow start this season. That's a big moment for him. He's hitting .310 now, 10 stolen bases, and he just added 2 RBIs to his total as the senior Jackson Orlando takes ball number 1. That one, chopper up the middle. Orlando's got good speed. Out at first base. It was a bang play, but Little Miami makes it.
That was a tough play for Stewart there. Drifted to his left, meant to take him to the bag, kind of faded away. Made a nice throw there. The damage is done for the Comets. They're able to get 3. Be sure to stick with us as we head to the top of the second. Hello and welcome back to Princeton High School. We're just tuning in. The Comets with a 3-0 lead over Little Miami. Michael Murphy with an RBI single, and Michael Mulnar with a 2 RBI triple.
Murphy in that first inning, 3 up, 3 down, 3 ground balls and 3 ground ball outs that he was able to induce.
It's going to be Eli Prue with the catcher. Foul ball there. Counts 1-1 for Murphy. Pruitt on the year, hitting .228. This Little Miami team definitely have a solid top 3 hitters, but it kind of winds down as you go through the lineup for the Comets. On the other hand, as we just saw, 5- and 6-hole hitters making some big plays.
Comets with a lot of offensive depth. Experience all over the board.
There's been a pitch from Murphy, and that's taken outside.
It's been interesting to see a lot of the guys that have stepped up this season for the Comets offensively and on the pitcher's mound have been guys that have no varsity experience. Garula, his first year on varsity. You've got Hanley, the first baseman, with his first year as a member of the varsity baseball team. Even Ben Stewart, possibly one of their best players, if not their best, at third base, going to Evansville to play college baseball. And he's only been on the roster.
And that's the second at Cox, and that takes a tough bounce. A little bit of a high hopper at Cox. And unfortunately unable to get that one. That's going to be the first base runner of the day for Little Miami as Pruitt, the catcher, gets the first. Unfortunate there for the Comets.
If you're Drew Cox, you got to get over and get in front of that ball. Give yourself an opportunity to field that ball straight up.
Now here's Marin, the third baseman. Pitch from Murphy, and that's going to get up the middle. So just like that, Little Miami with 2 runners. Marin swinging on the first pitch, drives it straight back to center field.
And Murphy has been virtually unhittable this season. As we talked, he's had great success on the pitcher's mound, but this Little Miami team, they're in the district championship for a reason. And putting some good contact on the baseball, but still we've seen 5 hits or 5 balls put in play from the Panthers, and all of them have been ground balls towards the middle of the infield or the left side.
The Comets getting a lot harder contact on their hits.
Murphy and Rutherford having a little bit of a difficulty communicating, I think, between the pitcher's mound and behind the plate.
And now Daniel Mick steps into the box. Right fielder. He's going to look at strike 1. Now squares up the bunt. Infield coming in, Hanley and Stewart.
I like that play from Murphy there, stepping off, composing himself.
See if Mick will square up the bunt again. Certainly has the attention of Hanley and Stewart at first and third. Squares up. It's a pitch from Murphy. Way outside. Good stop by Rutherford, the freshman.
As you said it, Mark Rutherford, only a freshman, moved here from Alabama, an Auburn baseball commit. He's certainly got a bright future as a member of this Comet squad. It's going to be a big piece to their upcoming plans. Looks like a balk has been called on Michael Murphy.
That's unfortunate there. Stops any chance for a double play, ground ball. You get your 2 outs. Now no force play, so. On second and third, no outs. So Murphy now going to be looking more for a strikeout pitch, not as much for a ground ball. Ground ball up the middle to score 2. Runners advance to second and third. Mick still at the plate, 1-1. Here's Murphy with the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, this is a big spot for Little Miami against the Comets team that offensively has been rolling on all cylinders for this second half of the season. It's going to be tough to outscore this team. You need to take your opportunities whenever you get them.
Yeah, Mick fouls that one right back at his own dugout. Count still 1-2. Murphy looking for the put-away pitch. Murphy delivers. It's a soft grounder right back at the pitcher. They go home. It looks like they got him at home, so it's smart play by Michael Murphy to get the lead runner at home. So it's still 3-0. Good job by Rutherford applying the tag there. It's going to be a fielder's choice for Mick.
Yeah, that's a big-time play there for Michael Murphy, fielding that ball off the mound, making the smart play, getting that lead runner at home to prevent
Next up, number 22.
Panthers from getting on the board. Now if you're Jones, first and third, this is another good opportunity. And you never want to give up an inning where you've got second and third, nobody out. Comets early in their young season had problems not being able to hit the ball with runners in scoring position. Little Miami try not to follow suit in that area here.
Especially when the Comets already got ahead 3-0. Murphy delivers in there for strike 1.
That's a good looking pitch there from Murphy, challenging Jones right off the bat.
Jones on the year, 226, only 1 extra base hit on the year. Pitch from Murphy. It's in there again, looks at strike 2. It's going to be a stolen base from Mick. Defensive indifference there. Rutherford not wanting to make that throw. with the runner on third.
This becomes even a bigger pitch and at bat now for Jones. Now you've got an opportunity to drive in 2 runners with just a base hit.
And that's lined out to left field. Orlando going back. That's going to be deep enough for the tag. So Little Miami will get on the board with a sac fly from Aaron Jones.
There's really nothing you can do about that. You're going to sacrifice the run for the out when you've got a lead like this anytime if you're the Comets. Keeping the lead at 3-1, or 3-1, excuse me.
Here's Griffin Constable, the DH. Now the 8-hole hitter. Trying to drive Micken from second. First pitch outside.
Number 4, Griffin Constable.
Constable coming in on the season, only playing in 8 games. He's got 20 at-bats with a .250 average, so not a lot of experience from Constable, as Murphy's going to throw that one right back.
A little bit of a risky throw there from Murphy. Always tough to pick off at second. Mick with a big lead over at second. Murphy looks back. Winds up and deals, and the pitch is going to be outside.
And Murphy's got to stay composed and get this out here. The last thing you need is the 8-hole hitter from Little Miami making a play here. Just needs to get out of this and get it back to his offense.
It's 2-0 the count. Going to be taken for strike one. Good pitch by Murphy, finds the outside corner.
And Murphy likes to go back to that fastball. That's what he's most comfortable with when he gets down in the count. Does a good job there with a power pitch hitting the outside corner. That's just filthy from Michael Murphy.
What a nice pitch by Murphy. Couldn't lay off. It's Constable now in a good position. One more strike, get out of the inning.
This becomes a huge pitch now with an opportunity to get out of this. A second and third situation, nobody out, only surrendering 1 run would be huge.
That's fouled back, out of play. Constable trying to hang in there. It's one of the best pitchers in the GMC.
You can tell the Panthers really aren't seeing that breaking ball that well out of the hands of Murphy today. Looked like Constable just got a little buckled on that play. Lucky enough to foul that one off.
Here's a 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss on a high fastball from Murphy. So Little Miami able to get one. The Comets still lead 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the second. Welcome back to Princeton High School. We're set for the bottom of the second. Mark Rutherford, catcher for the Comets. Freshman sensation, the Auburn commit we talked about before. He's going to get hit on the second pitch of the at-bat. That's the second hit batter for Little Miami. And just like that, Comets off to a good start with a runner on. Merrill Sheena's got to try to keep his composure. And unfortunately for him, not really a weak spot in this Comets order. Drew Cox, although he's a non-hitter for the Comets, he's really been on a tear lately. It's going to be a ground ball to the pitcher. So Drew Cox gets out, but Rutherford able to advance to second. So after the hit by pitch, the fielder's choice, Max Johnson, the shortstop, is going to be up the top of the lineup. He's single in his first at-bat. He's going to look at ball one, outside. So Johnson's going to take the walk. Something he's been doing all year. Did a great job getting on base for this Comets team. So 2 on and 1 out for the freshman, Jake Hanley. Struck out his first time against Merrill Sena. Here's the pitch. And Hanley launches that right at the first baseman, steps on the back, and a double play. So unfortunately the Comets get doubled up. A really good hit by Hanley, hard contact. Fortunately right at Jones. Able to step on the bag. So that's going to do it for the Comets in the second inning. As they get doubled up, they still lead 3-1 as we head to the top of the third. So it's going to be Williams, the shortstop, number 9 hole hitter, leading off for the Panthers. Start the top of the third. Murphy on the mound. 1 run through 2 innings. That's going to be taken for ball 1. Murphy delivers. And look, that strike by Williams. Nice pitch by Murphy down the middle. It's going to be strike 2. Williams batting 178 on the year for the Panthers. Murphy needs 1 more strike. Retire the first out of the third. Here's the pitch. And got him looking, strike 3. So 1 down for the Comets as we head to the top of the order.
We're back at the top of the order for the Panthers. Number 1, Lucas Stewart.
It's going to be Stewart, second baseman. 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to third. His first at bat to start the game. Murphy a little low. Stewart takes for ball 1. That's taken high, so 2-0, Stewart. Hitters count, trying to get on base. But they're 2 and 3 hitters. Welsh, Horak on deck. Stewart's going to look at strike 1. Foul back out of play, 2-2. One out on the top of the third. Here's Murphy, winds up. Here's the pitch. That's grounded out to third. Looks like it's foul tip. Stewart hit that one off himself there. So ruled that out of play. Trying to stretch his leg out a little bit after getting hit by the foul tip, so count will remain 2-2 as Stewart steps back into the box. Payoff from Murphy. That's fouled back out of play. So Stewart hanging in there, turning this to a long at-bat. Murphy gets the sign. Winds up. That peel down to first. I'm going to say Stewart did not go, so full count 3-2. Payoff once again for Murphy. And that too, foul back out of play. Over behind us, the JV field. And strike 3, so down goes Stewart after that long at-bat.
Walking to the plate, number 27, Oscar Welsh.
Now Oscar Welsh, the left fielder, stepping in. He struck out his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the night. So Murphy looking to strike out the side here. It's off to a good start in the at bat. Strike one taken.
That's a good looking hit by Welsh there. Looked like an inside pitch that he was just able to kind of muscle out into left field. Too high for Johnson to really have a shot at. And this is the point where Little Miami's got to start taking advantage of these opportunities with runners on base. Of course, they had that second and third no-out situation. They were able to push one run across, but a bit of a base running mistake, which resulted in that play at the plate. Michael Murphy making the good fielding play to cut down that run.
Rutherford's going to throw down to first. Trying to get Welsh. Does not get him. I just want to give a shout out to you, my broadcast partner, Addison Lenhart. He's using his track and cross country speed to go run down a charger from the car and just save this broadcast.
You know, I couldn't have done it without the motivation of my great play-by-play commentator.
I'll take like 75% of the credit.
We're happy our director, Ben Haller, is not going to be upset with us once again. Good looking pitch there from Murphy. He's really doing a nice job of painting the corners so far in this outing. Little Miami having a hard time really getting anything going with these pitches that are pretty much balls, but they are scraping that corner.
Yeah, they only have one run. All weak contact as well.
Collins seemed to be pretty concerned about Welsh on first base. Of course, he comes into this game with only 2 stolen bases on the season, so not much of a threat to take off.
So 0-2 count.
Murphy once again going back to the breaking ball. Him and Garula have made a habit of that this season. They've been the 2 main guys on the mound for the Comets, and they like going that breaking ball when they get ahead 1-2 and 0-2 in the count.
So Murphy gets the sign. 0-2 to Horak. Trying to get a clean third inning on the board as he throws over to Hanley at first. Welsh able to get back to first safely.
And I like this move by the Comets, kind of checking on Welsh. As much as it might disrupt the rhythm of your pitcher, it can also disrupt the rhythm of the person at bat too.
The runner goes to second, but it does not matter. Michael Murphy strikes out Horak and strikes out the side.
Good looking inning there from Murphy. He's a strikeout master, and he's able to take care of business for Little Miami in that top of the 3rd inning.
Welcome back to Princeton High School as the Comets lead 3-1 over the Panthers. And Ben Stewart, the Evansville commit, 3-hitter, leads off for the Comets. And he lines that one up the middle. Diving attempt. Not able to save it. Is the second baseman, Stewart. And Ben Stewart, first pitch. Aggressive at the plate. Gets the Comets rolling.
And that's just Ben Stewart's game offensively. He's got a lot of pop in that bat, but he's more of a gap-to-gap line drive hitter, as we saw right there. That one was certainly a little closer to the ground than a lot of his hits. But hard, solid contact, just too much for the second baseman to handle. And he gets himself on base for his cleanup hitter, Garula.
And Garula aggressive on the first pitch as well.
I think the Comets are starting to see Merlicino a little bit better now.
Yeah, their second times in the order. A little bit of an unconventional style. Doesn't have the great velocity, so the Comets able to adjust.
It's just a good approach by the Comets. Merlicino certainly doesn't blow you away with velocity, as you said earlier. He's got a lot of movement, a lot of tail on his pitches, but the Comets are starting to see that well now.
Here's the pitcher, Murphy, already with one RBI, tries to bunt, able to get it down, a little bit of a bobble. He throws high to first and he's safe. So Michael Murphy with a bunt single, and the bases loaded with no outs.
A little bit of a peculiar play there, as the Comets had to hold up at first and second to make sure that ball wasn't caught by the Panthers defense, and then Murphy, who is not known as a speed threat, really was moving down the first base line there, able to advance the runners and get himself on base. The Comets right now are in great position for the guy who's been mostly responsible for the runs on the board, and Michael Mulnar with that triple in the first inning.
A 2 RBI triple like you mentioned. Here's the pitch. And a little outside to Mulnar.
Merlicino's got to be careful. With Mulnar at the plate, he's got a lot of pop, and he saw Merlicino well the first pitch he threw.
Another low pitch. You can tell Merlicino on the mound right now does not want any part of Mulnar after that first at-bat.
Of course, with the bases loaded, you've still got another talented power hitter on deck in Jackson Orlando.
This pitch from Merlicino. Trying to throw down to third. Stewart able to get back down in time. Not much of a chance there. Mulnar looks at strike one.
It's a good pitch from Merlicino, but I would like Mulnar to be a little bit aggressive there with the bases loaded.
Hits that one on the inside. It's a 3-1. Hitter's count now for Mulnar.
Molnar's got to have the green light. With the way he hit that ball in the first inning, he saw Merlicino well.
And he's going to take it high for ball 4. It's certainly not as flashy as his first at-bat, but still productive. Gets the RBI on the walk. Now the Comets lead extended to 4-1. Still bases loaded, no outs for left fielder Jackson Orlando.
And this is a dire situation now for this Panthers defense. They need Merlicino to not let the ball get put in play. Of course, there's only a double play depth, despite there not being any outs. So they're still willing to sacrifice that run as long as they get 2. However, with the speed of Orlando, that's going to be tough for them to do.
That pitch to Orlando, thought about it, takes it outside. So 1-1 the count.
And one of the things with Merlicino, his delivery, putting it pretty softly across the plate.
So Orlando's going to pop that one out to the center fielder. Let's see if that's deep enough for the tag. It will be. And that's going to be Garula able to score on the sac fly. So an RBI from Jackson Orlando. Garula scores, and it's 5-1 Comets.
Yeah, and as I was saying earlier Merlicino with that delivery, not a lot of velocity. It looks like there's going to be a discussion at third base about whether Garula left early, and they're going to say he didn't. Merlicino's delivery gives the hitters a lot of time to kind of scope out where that ball is going to be. They can be aggressive, but also patient at the plate. As now we got the freshman Rutherford.
Rutherford got hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Looks a one on the outside corner for strike one. Hasn't had a ton of playing time this year. With Brady Bly as well behind the plate. He fouls that one off. Down the third base line. So Rutherford in a little bit of a hole here, 0-2.
And Garula, who gets a lot of the innings, he likes to be caught by Brady Bly, so Rutherford usually only used when it's Murphy or somebody else other than Garula on the mound.
And Rutherford lines that one to right field. And coming around third is Murphy. He slides into home. So an RBI single for Mark Rutherford. And everyone's getting involved here. Party keeps going, 6-1.
Next up,
Runners in the corners with one out.
And Rutherford's another one of those guys who has a really bright future for the Comets. As you saw there, a beautiful left-handed swing, driving that ball into right field. Murphy was showing a little bit of speed on the base paths in this game, able to take care of business and score that run from second.
And they're going to talk to Merlisena on the mound, try to calm him down a little bit, see if Little Miami will go to the bullpen. And Drew Cox, another one of these young up-and-comers, another star in this Comets program. Only a sophomore. Hit the ball very well as of late. Grounded out into a fielder's choice. Last inning. So runners on the corners for the 9-hole hitter Cox. Merlisena is still in the game. Here's the pitch. High and inside. 1-0.
You got to think that Little Miami's going to be going to that bullpen at some point if Merlisena can't get out of this inning. 6-1, and with the way Michael Murphy's been pitching, it's going to be tough for the Panthers to get anything going offensively. They need to make sure that this lead stays put at 5 runs if at all possible.
And Cox, hard hit to second base. Gonna take the force at second, and Drew Cox able to beat the throw to first, so the Comets are gonna get a run as Mulnar is able to score. So a great job by Cox, even though didn't hit that one exactly where he wanted, still hustled down the line and gets the RBI.
And that's what you got to do with runners in scoring position, is put that ball in play. That's exactly what Cox did there, driving in that run, using that hustle to beat that throw from the shortstop and avoid the double play.
Now back to the top of the order again. Max Johnson, his third at-bat already, and we're only in the third inning. It's going to be foul out of play down the first base line for strike one.
And Merlisena, of course, coming off that performance against Lakota East where he shut them out, gave up 1 hit and 1 walk. And looks like he really wasn't able to conjure up that magic in this game, as the Comets have been all over him from the get-go.
So 0-2. Johnson a little bit of a hole. Merlisena desperately trying to get out of the inning. Already 4 runs for the Comets in the inning. Looking for more as Johnson lines that one out right at the center fielder to Hort. And just like that, the inning is over, but the damage is done for the Comets. 4-run score as they lead 7-1. Be sure to stick with us to the top of the fourth.
And welcome back to Princeton High School. The Comets, after 3 innings, lead the Little Miami Panthers 7-1, as they have lit up the Panthers' ace, Dakota Marilicena, and Michael Murphy has been really strong through his 3 innings of work.
Yeah, it's going to be Eli Pruitt now, the catcher, cleanup hitter, leading off for the Panthers. He has their only run of the game.
Murphy with 5 strikeouts through 9 batters so far. In the hole, just out of the reach of the diving Stewart, and Pruitt gets on base for the Panthers. A good start.
Really good effort there by Stewart, but unfortunately not able to get it even with the full extension there.
Little Miami.
John Marin now, 5-hole hitter, stepping up to the box.
Panthers able to get another base runner. It's going to be the third baseman, Marin, who's going to step in to face the young sophomore. He's going to throw over to first base. Close play over there. Pruitt able to dive back in time.
Panthers have had some decent opportunities. They've had a couple leadoff men on base. They started out the first inning. A couple men on base, just haven't really been able to drive those runs in.
Shallow center field. Drew Cox ranges back and makes the catch for out number 1.
Next up, number 33, Daniel Nick.
Nick, the right fielder, stepping in. Pruitt will lead off first. Murphy working from the stretch with 1 down in the top of the 4th. He's allowed 1 run on 3 hits so far to the Panthers as he takes a look over at Pruitt.
It's going to be interesting to see how long the Comets keep in Murphy. If they get a big enough lead, I wonder if they'll take him out, try to rest him a little bit, because they're certainly going to need him down the stretch. Been one of the best pitchers all year long for the squad.
His first pitch to Mick there is taken low for ball 1.
Say at least keep him in for the rest of the 4th, probably the 5th as well. Kind of reevaluate, see what the Comets can do in the bottom half of the innings.
Rutherford throwing down to first. Pruitt dives back. That one was taken for ball 2, so the Comets are showing a lot of concern on the base runners at first base early in this game. A lot of snap throws by the catcher, Rutherford, as well as pickoff attempts. That one taken inside for ball 3. Murphy possibly a little rattled by that first base runner. And the count is now 3-0 to the right fielder.
His last start, he was part of a perfect game along with A.J. Lefton against Ross in a 10-0 victory.
That one is taken on the outside corner. Murphy battles back for strike 1. The count is 3-1 now.
Good job there by Murphy, not allowing the 4-pitch walk.
Take a throw over to first, and he just beat it. Nearly caught Pruitt sleeping there.
That Comet's been close a couple times in these pickoff attempts, especially on Pruitt during this at-bat. Taking a little bit of a shorter lead now.
That one is taken outside, and the Panthers might have something brewing here. 2 on.
Next up, number 22.
Aaron Jones coming up.
Jones, man with the RBI for the Panthers on a sac fly to center back in the 2nd inning.
That one is taken for strike 1. We do want to congratulate Max Johnson on breaking the single-season runs record with that run he scored earlier on in the game. An incredible feat for Johnson, who's had a storied career as a member of this Comets varsity baseball squad. Murphy with the breaking ball, too far outside.
Yeah, certainly. He finds a way to get on base, whether it's great contact, power, great eye. He really does not have a weakness. Great shortstop as well. So it's definitely going to be awesome to watch him play some Big Ten baseball next year at my favorite school, Indiana University.
Johnson certainly with a bright future as Rutherford calls time. Count is 1-1 to the first baseman, Jones. 1 down in the top of the fourth. Panthers threatening with a runner in scoring position, and Jones is going to foul that one. And it nearly just hit us.
I was going to say, I'm glad there's a screen there, Addison.
I think we almost set the equipment up over in that window. 1-2 now, the count to Jones.
If that were to hit the iPad, I don't think the people would be hearing us right now.
That is true. 1 down in the inning. Runner in scoring position. Murphy, a drive to left field, and it is foul. Jones with solid contact. Murphy, lucky he didn't straighten that one out.
Yeah, Jones has really been hitting the ball hard all night. First straight back out of us, and then out of play there to go along with his sac fly. Just trying to find the timing on Murphy's pitches here.
Breaking ball. Hard, solid contact down the left field line, but foul once again.
Jones really making Murphy work this at bat. Murphy diving deep into his bag of tricks here. Looking for the double play. 1 out, runner on first and second.
1-2. Murphy looking to put Jones away. Breaking ball is into left. Orlando coming in, can't make the catch. They will stop the runner at third. So the bases are loaded.
Next up.
Great at bat by Jones. Took his time, didn't try to hit too hard. Pulled that one out to left. Now Griffin Constable, the 8-hole hitter, the DH. Trying to keep Little Miami in it here. The Comets in 2019, they're a 1 seed, got upset by Butler in the district finals. Now in the district finals today, trying to hold on and advance to the regional semis.
That one foul by Constable. On the count to the Panthers DH. Bases juiced.
Constable had a really long at bat last time, struck out.
Good job by Rutherford keeping that one in front of him. Asks for the appeal down to first base. Constable held up on the swing, and the count is 1-1.
It's something we've really seen that's important this year. Comets have played a lot of teams with catchers. Get a lot of pass balls, some wild pitches. That chemistry between the pitcher and catcher, the catcher's blocking ability, can definitely win you some games.
The shortstop, and it gets through Johnson. They're going to hold the runner at third. Little Miami with their second run of the game. Hold on, everyone. The bases are still loaded. Only 1 down in the inning.
The Comets still feeling good, but this game's certainly far from over. This coach is going to come out, have a meeting with Murphy on the mound.
That'll bring in Brady Williams, the shortstop, struck out in his first at-bat.
There doesn't appear to be anybody warming up in the bullpen for the Comets. Riding out with the sophomore here as a 9-hole hitter, Williams steps in. Little Miami is finding every single hole, it seems like, in the infield.
Seven to 2 the score. 1 down in the inning. Bases still loaded for the Panthers. Brady Williams, the shortstop, can do some serious damage with one swing of the bat here as he takes ball 1 low and outside. Breaking ball above the zone. 2-0 the count. Murphy's control wavering a little bit as the game progresses. He's given up 2 runs on 5 hits in this one. And he blows a fastball right past the shortstop, Williams, for strike 1.
Really good pitch there from Murphy. Going back to his best pitch. Just throws it right past number 9 hitter Williams. See if he goes back to it here. 2-1.
Murphy's pitch is fouled back. Count now even at 2-2. Murphy doing a good job battling back. Comets in the home whites today. The pinstripe uniforms that have become a fan favorite.
It's certainly my favorite.
Little Miami in the yellow and green. 2-2 the count. Williams with the bases loaded. 1 down in the inning.
See if Murphy's going to throw something off speed here after 2 straight fastballs.
He goes with the breaking ball. And it's fouled to the backstop. Williams staying alive.
Williams struck out in his first at-bat. Sub 200 hitter on the year.
High fly ball down the right field line. Garula and Hanley chasing it, and it is too far out of play. So Williams staying alive.
A pretty long top of the 4th inning here. No easy outs in this inning for Murphy like we saw at the beginning of the game. Little Miami hitters are making him work on every single pitch.
The 2-2. Breaking ball fouled back again. If nothing else, these Panthers hitters are really making Murphy work on that pitcher's mound. Another long at-bat from Little Miami here. Two again. It squirts by Rutherford, not far enough for the runner to make his way to the plate. And the count now is full. And this becomes a huge pitch from Michael Murphy. 1 down in the top of the 4th with the bases loaded.
The last thing you want to do right here is, if you're Murphy, is give up a walk. After working so hard on this long at-bat.
That ball is lined into center field. Mulnar makes the catch. The runner is going to hold at third base. Hanley cuts it off. Mulnar's got a cannon in center. Smart decision by the Panthers to hold that runner at third. And Murphy is an out away, working out of this thing virtually unscathed.
That was a really good pitch location there from Murphy. Put it a little bit out of the zone, a little high and inside. Not something right down the middle, but also something you're not going to lay off of with 2 strikes. Good job by Mulnar making the catch. And a strong throw. And certainly they wouldn't have been able to tag up on that one.
The junior second baseman, Lucas Stewart, takes that one outside the breaking ball. Missing into the left-handed batter's box. 1-0 the count.
Stewart 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to the third base.
Above the zone, 2-0. Outside, ball 3. Stewart has worked the count to his favor with 2 down.
I'm a little bit surprised. Still nobody up and throwing for the Comets in the bullpen.
Of course, the Comets not a ton of pitching depth. You have to think Drew Cox or A.J. Lefton would be next up as Murphy fires a strike on the outside corner.
Got stuff for Cox to warm up right now, considering he's standing over at second base.
3-1. 3-2.
Great response by Murphy.
Squirk had the 3-1 green light, and Murphy blew it right by him. Full count now, 2 outs. The runners will take off on the pitch. It's lined into left field, and it's a base hit. They're going to send the runner. Orlando, his throw to the plate is off the mark. A 2-run base hit from Lucas Swerk. And Little Miami is right back in this thing. It's 7-4. And Coach Bly's going to head out to the mound to check on his young pitcher.
Yeah, it's going to be Marin and Mickey able to score on that. Yeah, unfortunately, for the Comets, I came on a 3-2 count, so they already kind of had that hit and run going, kind of allowed second run to score as well. And Mick over at second. So more for that would have probably only been a single, considering Rutherford pretty close to the tag, as they are going to make the pitching change.
AJ Lefton coming in to the game for Michael Murphy. We will be back with the rest of the top of the 4th inning, as Little Miami has cut the lead in half. Welcome back to Princeton High School. District final action as the Comets have just made a pitching change.
Oh, shit.
2 down in the inning, AJ Lefton. Another young player for the Comets has entered as he fires ball 1. First and second for the Panthers, and that ball is lifted high in the infield. Mark Rutherford, the young catcher, ventures over into foul ground and makes the tough play to end a strenuous and long top of the 4th inning. We will be right back with the bottom of the 4th as Little Miami cuts the lead in half, 7-4, Comets lead. Welcome back to Princeton High School. The Comets with a 7-4 lead heading to the bottom of the 4th. Little Miami was able to cut the lead from 7-1 to 7-4 with a 3-run inning off of the young sophomore Michael Murphy, as the freshman Hanley will step in to face Dakota Merlisanis as he fouls that first pitch off for strike one.
And Hanley got really unlucky his last at bat. He ripped one over to first. Unfortunately, a double play. Hit super hard. Good contact.
That one to the backstop nearly hit Hanley. Count even at 1-1. That one right side, and Hanley able to evade the first baseman Jones with that hit, and he is on the base paths to begin the bottom of the fourth.
It's a really great pull hitter for the Comets, especially considering he's a freshman. Certainly has no problem with the speed of these pitches.
Ben Stewart now the senior third baseman stepping in. One of the better power hitters on this Comet squad, leading the team in home runs with 3. That's good for tops in the GMC as well.
A lot of them come at the beginning of the year. He's in a little bit of an offensive slump down the stretch, but seems to be getting it together. Pretty good performance so far in this one.
And he's taken 2 quick balls, low and inside. Count now 2-0 to the Evansville commit. And that one is ripped to left field. Welsh nestles under it, and Stewart is retired.
Next up, number 5, Brendan Gurula.
Brendan Gurula now stepping in for the Comets, their cleanup hitter. Takes that breaking ball over to third, and it's thrown away. Hanley is heading to third base. He will hold up there. So a miscue defensively by the Panthers, and the Comets are in business first and third with 1 down.
Coming to the plate, number 4, Michael Murphy.
And Michael Murphy, start of the game for the Comets, just got relieved for Lefton. Trying to help himself out a little bit. Try to stay in line for the win. Already with an RBI earlier back in the first.
That one is caught in shallow left field.
Unfortunately, not far enough for the sac fly there. Hanley thought about it. Could have bluffed going home, but stays put at third. It's now 2 down with runners in the corners for Mulnar.
Mulnar will step in, 2 down in the inning. A chance to drive in the 8th run. That's Hanley on third. Gurula is off and running with the pitch. Mulnar takes a swing and fouls it to the backstop. Oh and 1 the count to the 3-sport athlete Michael Mulnar, outside corner. 0-2. Two down in the bottom of the fourth. Merlisanis is trying to get out of it. Gurula is off and running, and Mulnar pops it straight up. That one is caught by the catcher Pruitt, and Little Miami gets out of the inning unscathed. 7-4 the lead for the Comets. Welcome back to Princeton High School. We're going to begin this inning a little bit differently. We're going to start with a trivia question. I'm going to hand it over to my partner, Evan Amazon.
Yep, so today's trivia question is, which common athlete won the Athlete of the Year in 2018? A, Nick Northcutt, B, Joe Powell, or C, JP Sponseller? If you're tuning in right now, be sure to leave your answer in the comments.
You can also tweet at Mason Sports Radio. On Twitter, your answer we will reveal.
Again, A, Nick Northcutt, B, Joe Powell, or C, JP Sponseller?
Comets with a 7-4 lead in the top of the 5th inning. A.J. Lefton on the mound. Horick, the center fielder for Little Miami, fouled the first pitch back and then takes strike 2. 0-2 the count. Payoff from Lefton. Breaking ball, outside corner. Rutherford will throw down for the drop third strike. Good start for A.J. Lefton.
A really good job, especially coming in last inning in a pretty tough situation. Able to get out of it with a fly ball to Rutherford. Continues right where he left off in the top of the 5th. Gets the 3-0 hitter, Horick down. Now the catcher, Pruitt.
Pruitt, a dirty breaking ball there from A.J. Lefton. Right field, Garula coming in. Diving catch in right field. Brendan Garula showing off the athleticism.
And some people like to say pitchers aren't athletes. Pretty athletic play by the pitcher, Garula. Had a great year offensively and on the mound, showing his range in right field there. It's now 2 outs in the 5th.
The count. Lefton, right center field. Garula calling it off emphatically. 1, 2, 3 for A.J. Lefton. We will head to the bottom of the inning with the Comets still leading 7. Welcome back to Princeton High School. The Comets with a 7-4 lead. We are now going to reveal the answer to last inning's trivia question. Evan?
So again, the question was, which Comet athlete won the Athlete of the Year in 2018? So Addison, what's your guess? A, Nick Northcutt, B, Joe Powell, or C, JP Sponseller?
Obviously, Nick Northcutt and Joe Powell were 2 huge pieces for the Comets recently, but I got to go with JP Sponseller, the Elon baseball player.
And that is correct, JP Sponseller. Athlete of the Year 2018. Congratulations, Addison. I'm proud of you.
Jackson Orlando right up the middle. Hard hit, base hit to get things started in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, Great job by the 7-hole hitter Orlando there. Trying to extend the lead and build up for the Comets. And Rutherford, the catcher. Now the 8-hole hitter. Got a solid hit his last time up.
Looks like they're going to take out a trip out to the pitcher's mound to discuss with Merlisena. And that's going to do it. Merlisena with 4 innings of work. Gave up 7 runs on 9 hits. Most importantly, kept Little Miami within striking distance. Pitching change for the Panthers. We will be right back with more bottom of the 5th action. Welcome back to Princeton High School. A pitching change for the Panthers. That's the senior Jared Bentley taking the mound for Dakota Merlisenis. And he will face the freshman Mark Rutherford. Yep. Jackson Orlando on first. Rutherford will pull back the bunt attempt.
Yeah, Bentley on the year, 2-1 with 20.2 innings of work with a 3.39 ERA on the year.
0-1 the count to Rutherford. Shows bunt again, pulls back again. That one outside and high. Bentley throwing with a lot of velocity. A little change of pace from Merlisenis. As Rutherford calls time.
It's certainly going to be adjustment for these commentators.
Bunt back to the mound. They will make the play, but Orlando will advance to second.
Coming to the mound.
Yeah, good job by Rutherford. Not a super easy bunt. Had to go up kind of to get that one. Lays it down perfectly, does his job. Moves Orlando to scoring position with Drew Cox, the second baseman, up.
Cox, the 9-hole hitter. Orlando's got enough speed to score on a base hit. Orlando's going to take off for third, and he is in there safely. There's the speed of Jackson Orlando, taking advantage of the miscue by Pruitt.
And no hesitation there from Orlando. Right when he saw the bobble, he went. And luckily for him, able to make it. Now all the Comets need to sack fly to bring Orlando home. Extend their lead back to 4 runs.
To the sophomore second baseman. Bentley deals high, ball 2. That one in the dirt. Good block there by Pruitt. And it's thrown into center field. Orlando is going to hold up. Miscommunication between Pruitt and Bentley. Orlando didn't see it right away.
Certainly unexpected there. Orlando a little surprised at third. Might have been able to get there with a better jump. But smart not to risk it with only 1 out in the inning.
Cox, the count his favored 3-0.
Yeah, especially with Cox, the 3-0 out, or 3-0 count, excuse me. Good chance to get on base. See if we'll have the green light here.
That one in the dirt. No green light necessary. Cox makes it first and third for the top of the lineup. Max Johnson.
Feels like it's his 100th at bat of the game.
One out in the inning. Top of the order, Max Johnson. Bentley's thrown 4 straight balls. Make it 5.
And Johnson's certainly a smart enough hitter to know. Very great eye. He's definitely going to make Bentley work here, force him to throw strikes. Not going to give him any help by chasing.
That one is fouled. Out of play. Count even at 1-1. Interesting swing there by Johnson. Choosing to be aggressive. And the senior, Jared Bentley. Off and running is Cox. They will not throw down. Johnson takes strike 2.
It's smart play by Cox on the base paths. Certainly Pruitt not going to want to throw it down there, especially considering how his last throw went in the center field. So Comets take the base. Now they avoid the double play on the ground, at least for this at-bat. Single should be able to get them both home. Johnson, of course, wants to make this game 9-4.
The 1-2 pitch from Bentley is fouled. Johnson staying alive.
Freshman slugger Jake Hanley in the on-deck circle. He had a nice hit his last at-bat. All eyes on Johnson here, 1-2. Trying to really crack the game open for the Comets.
Bentley, breaking ball, driven, out of play down the right field line. Johnson staying alive. One-two again, lifted down the left field line. It's going to be caught. Orlando tagging, coming to the plate, and it's 8-4.
So the stolen base comes up big for the Comets as Orlando able to score on the sac fly from Johnson. Now a runner on second, 2 outs.
The left fielder, Welsh. At the plate.
Now first baseman Jake Hanley steps in.
Jacob Hanley.
Welsh making that catch down the line. Orlando with some heads-up base running scores the 8th run of the game for the Comets. Stretching that lead out here in the bottom of the 5th. Hanley, first pitch swinging, and he drives that one foul. You can tell the Comets are having a hard time adjusting to the velocity of Bentley.
And certainly Hanley just barely able to make contact with that.
Breaking ball on the outside corner, and Hanley's quickly down 0-2.
Bentley doesn't go to that breaking ball often, but great change in velocity between his fastball and his off-speed stuff. Kind of fooled Hanley a little bit there for the second strike.
Hanley steps out of the box to compose himself. Down 2 strikes. Runner in scoring position. It's Drew Cox, the sophomore. Being patient at the plate. Bentley shakes off his catcher. And it's driven up the middle. Base hit. Cox is around third. He's coming to the plate. And he will score standing. 9-4.
Man, the freshman does it again. RBI single. Extends the lead to 5 now.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is why you do not shake off your catcher on the pitcher's mound. Bentley left that one a little too far over the plate. Hanley takes advantage, and the lead now up to 5. Pinch runner here for Hanley.
That's going to be Krukenberg, sophomore outfielder.
He's a speedster for the Comets. A bright future. Played a lot of time on JV this season. He's got a lot of talent.
I believe he had a walk-off homer earlier this year in JV.
A lot of pop in that bat as well for Krukenberg. He's a speedster. We'll see if he takes off on Bentley. He doesn't. Bentley nearly fires one into the ribs of Stewart, but he dodges it for ball 1.
Stewart's really had a nice night at the plate so far. He hasn't been trying to do much, just trying to make contact, advance the runners.
Krukenberg takes off, throw down to second, and he is in there. Not a great jump from Sean Krukenberg, but he uses his speed to get in there. Pruitt not able to make the throw down to get him.
Yeah, I thought Krukenberg might have been out off the jump. A little bit of a short throw by Pruitt and a bobble over at second. So Krukenberg with a stolen base. Another runner in scoring position. Comets trying to get in the double-digit marker in runs.
Pruitt will head out to check on his pitcher, Bentley. So a runner in scoring position for one of the best players in the GMC, Ben Stewart, a candidate for Player of the Year. And he drives that one foul and out of play.
Good job being aggressive, 2-0. Just a little bit behind on that one with Stewart.
That one's to the shortstop. Ranges over, makes the play. Throw in the dirt. Stewart is out. Jones was able to control it just in time to get Stewart. Krukenberg was coming around third. At the end of 5, we have a 9-4 score. Comets tack on 2 and lead by 5 at the end of the 5th.
To start the fifth.
Welcome back to the top of the sixth. And in Comets lead 9-4.
Or top of the sixth, sorry.
With 2 runs in the bottom of the fifth.
Daniel
Extended the lead back to 5. That's going to be Mick, the right fielder. 6th-hole hitter. Leading off for the Panthers. There's a pitch from Lefton. That's a swing and a miss.
Lefton's come into this game and looked very strong on the mound for the Comets. A lot of confidence out on that pitcher's mound for A.J. Lefton.
Working pretty quickly on the mound. Another one in there for strike 2, so Mick looks at back-to-back strikes. Lefton pitching really aggressive. Did a great job finding the zones. A little bit off to the outside there, trying to make Mick chase. Just a little too far outside.
So take a look down in that Mason bullpen. Kevin West, the junior, warming up.
Oh, it's bobbled by Hanley over at first. The one impressive play to stay with it. The second baseman, Drew Cox. Comets didn't give up on the play. Able to get it off the tip.
Coming to the plate.
Still throw off Mick.
Yeah, that's big time by Drew Cox and A.J. Lefton with the presence of mind to get over and cover the base. That's a big time play. Brendan Garula is another pitcher on this Comet squad who likes to work with a lot of pace and efficiency, and A.J. Lefton is mirroring that in his outing today.
And the pitch, this one's lined to the outfield. Playable for Orlando in left center. And just like that, 2 quick outs. It's pretty similar to what we see Wade Miley do for the Reds. When he threw that no-hitter against the Indians, works very fast on the mound. And when you're going, it certainly works.
Yeah, Garula and Lefton have both had a lot of success working with that pace on the mound as Orlando makes his way back over to left field as the DH Constable steps in.
Constable with an RBI single, his last at-bat.
Of course, the winner of this game will head to Dayton to play either Mulnar or Vandalia Butler for the opportunity to go to the regional final.
2 years ago. So if Butler were to win that one, it'd be a revenge game for them. Comets is a 1 seed, lost that one.
Of course, this is just a totally different team we've seen from the Comets early on in this season. Really didn't see a ton of playoff success in their future with the way they were playing, pitching, and certainly hitting the ball.
Now left them a little bit behind in the count here, 3-1.
They've just totally transformed everything that they do. And they've been one of the best teams in the Cincinnati area for a good portion of this season. And they're riding that momentum high right now.
Constable, pretty good night for him. Adds a walk to his RBI single. Now 9-hole hitter, Brady Williams, a shortstop. So walks surrendered with 2 outs here. Left him still in a pretty good position on the mound. 9-hole hitter Williams up. Trying to get another clean inning as he throws over. Really paying attention to the DH over at first. Looks over again. Now Williams has the time. Really nice breaking ball by left in there. Finds the inside corner. Williams thought about it, didn't go around. Looks at it for strike 1.
Yeah, Williams looking to slow Lefton down a little bit, stepping out there. And that's just too easy for Max Johnson. Williams down the first base line showing some frustration.
A clean inning for the Comets. They still lead by 5. So we're going to take a quick break. Be sure to come back to the top of the or bottom of the 6th inning. Welcome back to Princeton High School for the bottom of the sixth. Comets still lead 9-4 as a new pitcher for Little Miami's number 2, Jackson Craig. A 3.23 ERA on the year with 21.2 innings of work to go along with 23 punch-outs.
Yeah, Craig, a junior on this Panthers squad, second on the team in innings pitched. He's got 23 strikeouts. On top of that, he's got to save, more of a relief pitcher for the Panthers, but he's 1-0 on the season.
Now, Brendan Grula, the cleanup hitter, leading off for the Comets here. Comets able to hold on. Certainly be seeing him pitching the next round, either against Butler or Mulnar.
At the plate, number 5, Brendan Grula.
Grula takes ball 1 high.
And Little Miami's got to be careful not to be too selective with the way they pitch to this powerful middle of the order for the Comets. Still down 5 runs. A lot to make up in the top of the 7th.
Gonna have to get some insurance runs here. Try to tack on a few more, make it even harder for the comeback. Another ball. High again for Jackson Craig. Craig delivers on a 2-1 count. That's way outside for ball 3. So Grula could hit his count now, 3-1. See if he gets a pitch he likes here. And he lines that one into left field. So Brendan Grula, solid contact. And he leads off the bottom of the 6th with a single for the Comets.
Next up, number 4,
Good piece of hitting there by Grula. Pulling that pitch into left field for that base hit. See if the Comets can get something brewing here, tack on a few more runs, really put this thing away. Of course, if they were so lucky enough as to score 5 runs in this inning, that would put an end to the game. Of course, it would take a lot offensively, but not out of the question with the way this team has played at points, as Grula now will take second on the wild pitch.
And Craig has really been missing high. A lot of his fastballs early. So 1-0. Count to Murphy. Offering from Craig. And Murphy lines it the other way. And that's going to get over the right fielder. Trying to make a diving play. Murphy into second with a stand-up double. As Brandon Grula able to walk home. And just like that, Comets reached the double-digit mark.
Number 23.
Michael Murphy continuing his hot hitting, muscling that one out into right field, and a misplay by the right fielder, Mick. A diving attempt. Looked like he might have lost his footing a bit as well, trying to make that play. And it proves to be costly.
Yeah, certainly would have been a single if he didn't dive. Mulnar, another high pitch from Craig.
That's a good block there from the Little Miami catcher.
So 2-0 count. Mulnar. He's going to take one. He's kind of forcing Craig to throw a strike there. He goes right down the middle, so 2-1 now. Mulnar already having a great day. 2 RBIs in his first at-bat, trying to add on here. He's going to look at strike 2 on the outside corner.
Mulnar got to be protective here. That runner in scoring position. Of course, big lead. They can end it in the next inning, but If at all possible, you'd love to end it here.
Here's full count. That's fine outside. So Mulnar, it's a free pass on the first base. So 2 on. And nobody out.
Number 13, Jackson Orlando.
Now the left fielder, Orlando. No outs. Trying to extend the lead for the Comets. She's going to go over. Talk to Coach Bly. Over at third. Going to talk to the ump as they meet with Craig on the mound. Trying to get his command going here. Missing high and outside frequently.
Big opportunity for Orlando here with 2 runners on, nobody out. Craig missing up in the zone. Good looking pitch there.
Yeah, Craig finally able to throw a strike there. Nice pitch from him. So 0-1 the count now.